The form of my main product is a trailer of a documentary film. The standard conventions of this form consist of clips of interviews and brief cuts of various footage, as well as title pages giving information on the dates, title, and plot of the upcoming documentary. The genre of my film is health, therefore, facts and statistics are a large convention that should be included. Another convention of a health documentary is interviews, as it shows the audience there has been research into the topic. My first ancillary product is a poster for my documentary film. My poster has taken the form of a main poster, which usually consists of a title and some extra information, including a catchphrase and institutional context and credits. My second ancillary product takes the form of a front cover of a magazine advertising my documentary film. I have chosen to take the form of a more independent magazine such as Sight and Sound, which usually consists of advertising material that is suitable for the target audience. For example, interviews with valued directors or extra information on production of films. Additionally, it has the convention features such as a house style created through the front cover, through text and colour schemes, as well as buzzwords to catch the audience's attention. Large text is additionally used on features that are wanted to be advertised. Using program credits in the trailer is conventional of many legitimate trailers. It allows a trailer to look more authentic and professional and offers an insight into the institutional context of the film. Throughout my trailer, I followed the forms and conventions of lighting techniques by supplying a bright backlight when interviewing in dark surroundings. This is typical form of many professional trailers in order to present the audience with a clear picture. At the end of my trailer, I inserted a page of text giving information on the release date, including the title and company credits. It is highly conventional of trailers as it gives the audience extra needed information. It also adds to the authentic and professional look I aspire. I use conventional shot types throughout my trailer, for example using mid-shots in interviews and over-the-shoulder shots in order to establish relationships between the subject and the object. The over-the-shoulder shot in this picture is angled high, and this is conventional of shots that are attempting to portray the subject as being below to the audience. In my trailer, I have used various text shots giving information on the finished documentary. This is conventional of many trailers in order to give the audience an insight into the storyline and topic of the documentary. These texts are usually reasonably short in order to leave the audience in anticipation and not give too much away. This shot that has been included in my trailer as an interview, it challenges typical forms and conventions of typical shot types as it is breaking the rule of thirds. The placement of the subject in relation to the lighting has created a large shadow, which challenges the convention. Originally, I was going to reshoot this interview in order to redo my error, but after editing the contrast and saturation of the footage, I consulted with my focus group and found that the shot positioning was effective. Company credits at the bottom of the poster is a conventional form of most professional magazines. It allows the audience an insight into the institutional context of the film. It additionally enhances the credibility and professionalism of the film. I placed a small extra amount of text underneath the title, conforming to the conventions of professional magazines. This presents the audience with a small amount of further insight into the topic and plot of the documentary. A main reason for me choosing to add this information is because my poster is aimed to be a main poster, and therefore one of the main conventions is adding extra information. My magazine front cover has developed similar forms and conventions to professional magazines such as the independent magazine Sight and Sound. I developed the conventional layout into a style of my own, although renamed the magazine's logo to Film and Me. I did this in order to create a more personal relationship between the magazine and target audience, as well as appeal to my target audience. I am aware that my audience would be fans of creating and researching films, therefore I felt a more personal approach was necessary and created this through the personal pronoun me. I have challenged typical conventions of photos that appear on front covers through the editing process. I embedded a Union Jack and shadow of a person drinking to symbolise the title Binge Britain. Effects such as this are very rarely shown on film magazines. I used the typical convention of bold large titles in order to advertise my film. I made the title Binge Britain large, bold and easy to read, additionally adding a subtitle underneath it as the unique selling point of my magazine, offering readers a chance to read behind the scenes. Conventional of most magazines, I added a barcode and date to add to the authentic and professional look of my magazine.